Rome wasn't destroyed in a day, but it did fall. And what destroyed it isn't just barbarians at the gate. It's far more shocking than you think. The Roman Empire wasn't just a collection of buildings and armies. It was the heartbeat of the ancient world. Roads, law, engineering, governance, and even entertainment. Rome created it all. Yet, after centuries of glory, power, and conquest, it collapsed. And the reasons are more complicated and more fascinating than most textbooks tell you. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the empire that ruled the Mediterranean, influenced the world, and seemed eternal suddenly vanished, leaving only ruins and stories. Rome began as a small city-state on the Tiber River around 753 BC. In a few centuries, it conquered Italy, then the Mediterranean, then most of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. The Romans were brilliant engineers: aqueducts, roads, public baths, and the Colosseum. They invented concrete. Yes, the stuff that still lasts 2,000 years. And Roman law? It influenced the legal systems of countless nations today. Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't conquered in a day either, but cracks started appearing long before anyone realized. From its legendary founding in 753 BC, Rome evolved from a small settlement to a vast empire. It conquered Italy, then the Mediterranean, and eventually most of Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Roman roads spanned over 50,000 miles, facilitating trade, military movements, and cultural exchange. Aqueducts supplied cities with clean water, while monumental architecture like the Colosseum and Pantheon showcased Rome's engineering genius. The Roman army was legendary, disciplined, and innovative. Its legions not only conquered but also maintained order across vast territories. Roman law influenced generations of societies and remains the foundation of many modern legal systems. But beneath the glory, cracks were forming. Political corruption, social inequality, and overexpansion created vulnerabilities that would ultimately contribute to the empire's downfall. By the 3rd century AD, Rome was experiencing severe internal problems. Emperors came and went rapidly. In just 50 years, over 20 emperors ruled the empire, most of them assassinated by rivals or even their own troops. Such instability weakened Rome's central authority and created a culture of fear and betrayal. Imagine the chaos. One day you're emperor, the next, someone stabs you in the back. Literally, the empire had grown too large to govern effectively. Communication delays, slow supply chains, and administrative challenges left border regions exposed. Taxes soared, the economy suffered, and the divide between the wealthy elite and the struggling poor widened. Then came Diocletian, who tried to save Rome by splitting it into 285 AD Eastern and Western empires, with Constantinople as the new Eastern capital. While the East thrived, the West faced political rivalries, economic troubles, and growing threats from external forces. East, Constantinople, modern Istanbul. West, Rome. It helped administratively, but politically it created rivalries. East flourished, West struggled. Rome's borders were enormous, stretching from Britain to Egypt. Defending them all was impossible. Barbarian tribes, Visigoths, Vandals, Ostrogoths, Huns, started pushing into Roman lands. In 410 AD, the Visigoths under Alaric sacked Rome. For the first time in 800 years, the Eternal City fell. Then, in 455 AD, the Vandals stormed in, looting and burning. The term vandalism literally comes from them. Thank them for destroying priceless Roman treasures. Meanwhile, the Huns, led by Attila, terrorized the Western Empire. They didn't just fight Rome, they shook the foundations of Europe. These invasions weren't just military losses. They created widespread panic, economic disruption, and a loss of confidence in the empire's invincibility. Rome's economy was crumbling. Agricultural production declined, trade routes were attacked, and the coinage was devalued. Inflation soared. The Western Empire increasingly relied on barbarian mercenaries to defend its borders. Ironically, the same people threatening the empire. Basically, Rome outsourced its army to the same guys trying to conquer it. Genius, right? Loyalty waned. Soldiers often switched sides for gold. Cities became unsafe. Taxes became unbearable. And the once proud Roman legions became unreliable. Cities decayed, infrastructure failed, and citizens struggled under heavy taxation. Meanwhile, the elite hoarded wealth, further alienating the population. The Western Empire's economic instability made it vulnerable to both internal rebellion and external conquest. By 476 AD, the Western Roman Empire was hanging by a thread. The teenage emperor Romulus Augustulus was deposed by Odoacer, a Germanic chieftain, marking the official end of the Western Empire. Rome didn't collapse in a single day. It was a slow decline, a combination of political chaos, military defeats, economic collapse, and relentless invasions. However, the Eastern Roman Empire, later known as the Byzantine Empire, continued to thrive for another 1,000 years, preserving Roman culture, law, and knowledge. Rome teaches us that even the mightiest empires can crumble, sometimes slowly, sometimes spectacularly, and sometimes both. Studying the rise and fall of Rome isn't just about history. It's about understanding patterns in human societies: power, corruption, war, resilience, and innovation. Rome shows how achievements can be monumental yet fragile, and how the decisions of leaders echo across centuries. Modern civilizations can learn from Rome. Maintaining social cohesion, economic stability, and strong institutions is essential to prevent decline. History isn't just about the past, it's a guide for the present and future. Rome may have fallen, but the empire's legacy never died. From architecture to governance, law, roads, literature, and culture, the impact of Rome is everywhere, from modern Europe to the Americas. The story of Rome teaches us that no empire is eternal, but greatness can transcend time. The ruins we see today are reminders not just of what was lost, but of what humans can achieve and preserve. If this journey through Rome's rise and fall fascinated you, hit like, subscribe, and comment on which part of Roman history shocked you the most: the corruption, the barbarians, or the sheer scale of it all.